ARP, and the Ad Council.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Pass the sticks to the Nebraska eSports squad as they take you on a journey through the wonderful world of video games. Right here on Big Red ESports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Afternoon. One of your co-hosts. I'm Z. I'm the Nebraska Esports Club president, and I'm here with my lovely co-hosts. We are missing a couple, but yeah.
It is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, those who are here.
I'm calling Graham. I am. Let's see. I'm the outreach officer. I'm the Hearthstone manager, and I'm basically the host of this show.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass the stick on over to Lexi now too, so she can announce herself.
Yeah. I'm Lexi. I'm the social media manager. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. We are missing Jaden today, and we are missing Amon as well. But we're gonna still try and fill the whole 2 hours, so we'll see how that goes.
Yep. Jaden is gone because it is his mom's birthday, and Amon had just had a really busy week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had to teach a camp this week with 7 high schoolers on the esports industry, which is really fun.
And you attended that.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to attend as many as I could, which I was there every day. It just depended on how long and when I arrived.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really fun. We got to show the kids, like, they got to play around with, like, genuine gear. So they were running around with their Canon cameras, and we had tripods out with the giant film cameras, and they got to play around in the broadcasting room where they would practice with, like, the teleprompter. They got to cast announce over a, like, Husker game that was pre-recorded just to, like, try it out, which was cool. And then they also had to play around with, like, the control boards and everything, which was cool. We all had, like, the Fly Pack, which is, like, a portable streaming setup, right?
Cool.
And you can plug that into, well, we had to plug it into our Switches, so we were doing Super Smash Bros., which is a Nintendo game. A Nintendo fighting game, which they also had casting, and that was super fun. They ended up having to edit all of their footage and pictures into this one presentation where they were going to propose a Super Smash Bros. Event where they would get a ton of high schoolers around the state to come and compete for a prize pool of $300, I think was what they came up with. And so they had to make all of their sponsors, all of their promotional stuff. And that was, like, awesome. They came from everywhere. So we had a kid from Colorado come down,
cool,
which was really exciting. He was really awesome. So, I mean, we just had a ton of fun. And from what I heard from the kids, like, our part of the camp was the most fun that they had.
Sweet.
So, hey.
All right.
Gotta feel proud of that.
Did any of them seem, like, really interested in, like, esports?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Yeah. So one of them was asking a lot of questions just in general. He always had his notepad out because they gave you, like, little notebooks. So he always had a notepad out. And he was always writing down everything that we were saying. At the end of the week, he asked for a picture with all of us. And that made me feel really happy. He's now in our server. He's not wanting to come to UNL. Okay, he wants to leave Nebraska, which I understand. But I'm trying to talk him into staying. He's a sophomore. So we had age ranges of, like, just going into high school to just graduated. So, like, 14, 15 to 17. 17, 18. And so it was really exciting to see just kind of how all of them work together. And also realizing that I'm old and I don't understand anything that they're saying.
Yeah, I understand that. I feel that.
Oh my Lord. So that was, like, an experience for sure.
You had a good gaggle of people.
Yeah, we had a couple of them, like, were super into casting.
Oh.
I've been trying to, like, encourage them into that, which was super cool. One of them was really worried because he had a lisp. And he was, like, one of the best casters that I'd heard that week. So I was like, don't even worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
you're so good at this. Like, that could be your brand thing, even if you wanted to, like, own it.
Mhm.
So that was really fun. We had one kid who was just bouncing off the walls, kind of like crazy.
Mm.
And we got him to sit down and cut out things in Photoshop. And he was so hyper focused on it. He did it for like 3 days straight.
Oh my god.
And he just kept cutting out photos, which was wild.
good for him, I
He was
guess.
so into it. It was great. But yeah, and then we also had to experience eating at Harper.
Oh, that's a great experience.
So
Harper's
it
not
wasn't
the worst
bad. It
dining
wasn't
hall.
bad.
Oh, it's not the worst.
not
It
the
really
worst
wasn't
dining
that bad.
The worst is Able by far.
Oh, 100%. No, on it. Well, I
Abel's
guess
breakfast is
have
okay.
have you ever had Selic before it turned into
No.
a grab and go?
No.
It was
Well, then there
closed
you
my
go.
first year.
Yeah, so Selic before it was a to-go mobile
I
order
can
thing.
imagine.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
But then our last day, we had to eat on East Campus, which was also an experience because I had never been to East Campus to
Mhm.
eat.
Yeah.
I've only ever worked at the dairy store. So it was just like, that was cool. They have a really nice cafeteria, honestly.
Their union and library
Oh my gosh,
is
it is
so nice.
It's
And
also like really spacious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was something I learned this week. I also learned that YouTube was apparently supposed to be a dating site.
What?
That doesn't
What do you
sound
mean by
right.
that? Like-
Someone like, I mean, we were talking about like the original intentions behind like websites. So like Twitch was Justin TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And apparently YouTube was a dating site.
I mean, I could see like how it could be confused with like MySpace or something, especially like the old layout of YouTube, but like a dating site?
Yeah, apparently that was the original intention for YouTube, was for it to be like a dating website.
I'll have to dig further into that because I don't know. If
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not entirely sure, but that's what
yeah.
I was told. So I was like, that's interesting. That's a little
Huh.
weird. Yeah, this week was interesting. We would start at like 8:45 and go until like 5 at night.
Mhm.
And so it was pretty long,
Mhm.
but enjoyable.
Yeah.
The kids were nice. It was one of them forgot my name and just started calling me boss.
Fair enough.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to dive into the news on Twitch and how that they rolled
Lord,
back
they did.
their policy on ads that they were hoping to kind of implement?
So we talked a little bit about last time.
Mhm.
Where we ended our session
Yeah.
last time with talking about how Twitch was getting stricter with their terms of service, especially with advertisements, and how they were going to limit how much of your screen could have ads on it.
Mhm.
And then you couldn't have the tickers at the bottom. So like the banner,
Yeah, the banners.
the
and then
banners
you
on the
couldn't
bottom, you couldn't have ads.
Yeah,
And then you couldn't
read out ads.
read out ads.
like as you're streaming.
Yeah, so you could
yeah.
do like planned scripted ads.
Mhm.
And also they were changing the pay split from 30/70 to 50/50.
That's already been changed. I'm
which
pretty sure.
actually which
Yeah.
got rolled back to being 30/70,
Okay.
which is great. And then last week they also rolled back, because of all the backlash,
Mhm.
all of their other changes.
Mhm.
But the damage is already done, and a lot of streamers actually have already either left or switched, which also we've seen some pretty big news about that.
Yeah,
which-
XQC just signed a $100 million non-exclusive contract with Kicker, which is very interesting. And I also heard that Kicker was having like server problems yesterday. Like they literally like weren't able to keep up with how many people were on the site because of the XQC news. If people don't know who XQC is, he is like, I don't want to say the face of Twitch, but he is a ginormous streamer on Twitch. He gets like, I don't know, is it like 20,000, at least 20,000 people on one stream at a time, and that's like his minimum.
I
I
was
would
like,
say
that's like the low balling.
yeah, he
Yeah.
usually gets like what, like 60,000.
It's pretty
I don't
up
know,
there.
but it's a
It's-
lot.
And I don't understand it, honestly.
I don't like I watched him when he was doing his Overwatch stuff and when
Mhm.
he was kind of getting new into streaming and he was still like in the league. And then it just kind of got like too chaotic and it got to the point where like I can't understand what he's saying because he talks really fast and really mumbled and jumbled. And then I just kind of fell off. And
Yeah,
that's
well, XQC was originally like a Overwatch pro,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
he
he
was
was in the Overwatch league.
he was known for being a little problematic.
Yes, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Just a little
teensy
bit. He also
bit.
was late all the time.
Yeah.
But he got it was $100 million to
Mhm.
go to a different platform for streaming, which just popped up, called Kicker.
Kicker.
Kick.er.
Kick. Oh,
I think
Kick.
it was
Oh,
Kick.
just Kick. I'm
It's just
sorry.
Kick.
I'm sorry.
There's
I was
no
like,
word.
whoa,
Kicker.
wait. Which
My
is
fault.
like, it's like lime green Twitch. That's
Yeah.
basically the only difference.
yeah.
And also their servers can't handle
Anybody
a
on
lot of
them.
traffic.
Yeah. Well,
They're-
and what's interesting is that it's non-exclusive. So I think he was doing like a live stream yesterday, and he was saying that like he's still going to stream on Twitch, but he also is going to be on Kicker. And I can't remember if it's like he's getting like 30 million in incentives. So that's just like gear and travel stuff, and then the other, like, I don't know, math, do that math, is just straight money. And I don't even think he has like a limited.
So it's like 70 million is straight money.
Yeah, 70 million is straight money, and then 30 million is incentives. So it's just like free gifts and stuff. And then it's also like he doesn't have a minimum of hours he has to streams on Kick. It's just like whatever he wants to do.
That's a pretty good deal. I mean, I
know.
feel like this is a lot better of like a contract than Mixer
And YouTube too.
or YouTube.
Yeah.
Just in general, like how Mixer handled the whole thing with just having 2 creators.
I haven't heard.
And they spent their whole, because Mixer failed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this was a while ago where they like tried to get Ninja to be an exclusive
yeah.
Ninja or Mixer streamer.
Wasn't he though an actual exclusive?
Yeah, he
It
was.
was an actually exclusive thing,
Mhm.
but it wasn't sustainable
Mm.
because they just spent too much money on trying to get Ninja and this other creator, I can't remember who it was, over to Mixer, and they just couldn't keep up with it.
I feel like this is gonna happen with Kick too for some reason. Like I haven't heard about Kick before. Like Z brought it up like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "What is this new? What do you mean there's a new streaming platform?" Like, I just feel
Amon
like
talks about it all the time, and it's mainly for like if you get banned off of Twitch, if you want to do gambling streams because they allow gambling streams. If you just don't like Twitch's policies, they're a lot less strict on a lot of those things.
so all the problematic people can hop on Kick and then
Yeah, so that's why it's like kind of it's definitely associated with like that crowd of problematic people who are also like promoting gambling and like gamblification. Here, yep, it's in Australia. Okay, I'm getting information from Rico. And it's like easygogamingandstake.com. It's an online casino, like specifically.
Oh, so an online casino.
Oh, it's backed by gambling sites. So like
Hmm.
gambling sites are funding this streaming site, which is why they're allowing gambling. Okay, that makes more sense. They're prepared to operate at a loss, is what they've said. Which is really
Which
funny.
I'm pretty sure they're already in a loss because of the
Yes, and
$100
it's kinda
million
funny.
contract they just had XQC sign.
And it's
Oh
like
my
emphasizing streamer-friendly policies, which I can kind of get behind, but I'm not a huge fan of like the gamification of games and stuff, so that's a little concerning. But also, it takes only 5% of streamers' earnings from subscriptions, which is
Not bad.
really nice. But yeah, that is kind of funny that they're just like, yeah, we're just prepared to lose all of our money.
That's so
Oh,
weird. I mean,
yeah.
but I guess if like it's backed by a bunch of casinos, then like they're gonna have.
I guess you're never gonna run out of funding, but
Mhm.
it's just wild that that kind of exists. I don't know. I never pictured. I guess it makes sense. Casinos stepping in for like the streaming, like doing online gambling and everything, because
Yeah, but it's like CS:GO all over again.
that's just true.
Kinda.
Well, they're doing slot machine games.
Like they're doing an actual.
Yeah, like, it's
gambling.
literally-
Well, yeah, I mean, but like even in CS:GO, like packs, like gacha packs, like that's still gambling
Yeah.
to an extent.
I mean,
like,
you could even
and
say that.
CS:GO got so out of hand that they literally like had to get the U.S. government involved. Like it was insane.
I'm just waiting for Genshin Impact to have some sort
any
of
gacha-
lawsuit, like.
Any gacha game is gonna have a lawsuit in
That
the
is
future.
a lot. Like the amount of money people spend on gacha games, which gacha games are called gacha games because
You have like a certain percent chance of getting an item, and usually the more rare it is, the less chance you have of getting
Yeah.
an item. So people will spend hundreds of dollars.
and it's called a gacha game because it's like gacha.
yeah.
you
It's
know.
a Japanese term.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Japanese term. It kind of stems from a lot of their games.
Mhm.
Not like all of their games, but like a lot of the popular games that come out of Asia,
Yeah.
like Genshin Impact,
Mhm.
Honkai Impact. There's so many others that I can't name. There's also Cookie Run Kingdom, which I didn't even
I
realize was a gacha game.
Love Cookie Run Kingdom.
I didn't realize it was a gacha game until my
Really?
friend started tweeting about it.
Okay, but they at least give out a bunch of free. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like it's a mobile app game where you like have a bunch of cookies and then you fight. It's like your basic
It's like a combat.
MMO like app game.
Is it like
kind
turn-based combat?
of. No,
Or is it
It's
just-
just like you're fighting.
Okay.
Like it's like you have a team and you just.
I just knew
like,
BTS partnered with
yeah. Well, but and
all
what's
I remember.
what's at least nice about Cookie Run Kingdom is that they give out like thousands of gems like
Yeah.
all the time. So then like you don't even have to like I will like stop playing the game for like a week and like go back on one random day and I'll have like 6,000 gems and I can do at least 2 like 10 pulls, which is super nice. All for free. But like some gacha games don't give out
Oh my god.
any free
Yeah.
currency at all. Genshin.
Yeah, Genshin was bad about that. However, they just released Honkai Star Rail,
Mhm.
and they're following more of like you're getting a lot more free content. Actually, they recently just had this event end, and it was like the character they were releasing was a hacker,
Mhm.
so she sent you like a hacker email with a bunch of resources for free,
Oh cool, yeah.
which is like really nice.
Mhm.
But big thing that I think a lot of issues with Hoyoverse is that they lock things behind a paywall. And they know that people will pay for it. Also, fun fact, Genshin Impact was a funding project for Honkai Star Rail.
Funny.
It wasn't even supposed to be like a real game. It was just so that they can collect funds to build their new game.
It's honestly crazy how much Genshin like popped off because I like remember downloading it because people were like, "Oh, this is like Breath of the Wild but on your phone." And so I downloaded it and I played it for like maybe a month and I was like, I can't spend more money on another game, so I'm just going to drop it.
It is so grindy. And it
Mhm.
takes I have played this game. I play Genshin. I don't play it very often anymore. But I play Genshin for like a good 2 years and I'm still trying to like level up all my characters.
Oh my
like that is wild to me.
Mhm.
And I'm still grinding and
Mhm.
I just gave up. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of gacha games need to work on is like keeping your interest of your audience and not making them feel disappointed.
Yeah, it's really hard to do that, especially if you're trying to make money and then I don't know, that whole like I don't know, unless you're like a big AAA company, then you really can't produce a game like that you can buy in like one foul swoop and just have it be completely free. Like you're gonna have to have some form of like EA, great example of just like constantly another big gacha company. I feel like
No, actually though. For that it's just like the gacha is like content, unlocking more content, which is really depressing as someone who loves The Sims.
Don't even get me started on The Sims.
Oh my gosh,
God.
it's so frustrating to see just how much content they're rolling out even after you could buy the deluxe version with all of your content unlocked and they still make you pay for anything new that's released.
Well, and they made the base game free.
Yeah.
And they were like, have this like really stupid free thing that we're giving to all people that paid, and it was like it wasn't even like an actual expansion pack. It was just like a stuff pack. So stuff packs are like expansion packs add on to more gameplay in The Sims, versus stuff packs is usually just like more clothing items and clothes. And
like
The Sims
furniture.
4, sorry, what?
Isn't it also like furniture?
Yeah,
Furniture
furniture,
and items and
clothes,
stuff.
yeah. And so like Sims 4 is already lacking a lot, especially in its base game. Like I remember when it first released in like 2013, it didn't even have like pools. It didn't have toddlers.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that. Your kids would just grow up and
yeah,
you're like, what
and they'd be a
happened?
child. Like this baby would grow up into a child, and you're like, what the heck?
You're now 10.
Cool. Go to school now. But like, yeah, the EA is just I don't like. I understand why they're still like why people are still putting money into it, because I grew up with The Sims. That's a game that I'm always gonna buy stuff for because it's a nostalgia game for me. Now they have the Star Wars. Now they have a Star Wars contract.
I definitely bought the Star Wars expansion. I couldn't not. I just love Star Wars. I can't not
But, like,
do it. Come on.
They have a Star Wars contract to create Star Wars content in The Sims, but also they have a Star Wars contract to make Star Wars games. So Star Wars fans are now going to buy that, and they're going to keep buying all the gacha stuff that they have to get to.
Yeah, because there's also like they create Battlefield.
Yes,
they create Squadrons. Was that the other game that I have that one for free for some reason?
No.
I have yet to play it. I don't know if it's a good game.
And they have like FIFA.
Yeah, they have FIFA.
Yeah, they have all
and
those gambling type games, kind of.
all sorts of like, I don't know. EA is known for being like money grabby.
Yep.
Which is really sad because also like The Sims is like a life simulation game.
Yeah, you basically
probably explain that.
Oh yeah, so Sims is just like it's a role playing game is how I would describe it / life simulation, where you can make your customized characters, you can have them go to work, have them do all this other stuff. It's basically you're just like controlling. You can make families, you can make them do a bunch of other stuff. It's just like a cozy feel good game. that you
Unless
can
you're
play.
doing the really weird challenges.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, The Sims is just like it's a really nostalgic game
Mm-hmm.
because it's a pretty old series.
Yeah, it was released in like the 2000s.
I remember my sister playing it on our boxy Dell like computer, and it was to the point where she was so addicted to it that we had to like uninstall it. Like it was not allowed in our house.
That was like my mom was really into Zoo Tycoon for some reason,
Oh my God.
and so she got all those games for us when we were younger. And so like now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I guess my mom started my gaming addiction, so I kind of blame her, even though she told me to get off playing games. So like it's kind of her fault. I don't know.
Oh my!
That was
I
a
didn't have
great game.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, but
Eli
it
loves
was Zoo
Roller
Tycoon.
Coaster
I played it.
Tycoon.
It just goes off. Yeah, I've seen videos of that on YouTube before. It's really
Eli
funny.
just loves like my boyfriend loves anything that has to do with building out like either a city, a business, a park, stuff like that. And so he was super into all of these tycoon games. I don't even know.
think so.
Skyline City, maybe.
City Skylines
City
is
Skylines.
what he spends hours on most of the time, but he also plays like Civ 6 and all those
Mm-hmm.
games because he just loves the game Risk. He will always try to talk me into playing either Catan or Risk.
I love Catan.
Risk is a great
Oh,
game.
I have not played Catan.
I thought it's Catan.
Catan. I haven't played it.
It's so much fun.
We have
It's a board game for people that don't know what it is.
so many.
It's a turn-based
them.
board game where you just collect resources and build out stuff, and it's very competitive, especially if you're playing with someone. I've never won because my friend Lily is so good at it that she wins literally every single time. And it's just like randomly out of the blue. Like she's so good at playing. Like none of like my friends and I have not won against her yet.
That reminds me of when I was playing Monopoly with my dad, and we were playing with my brother as well. And my dad owned like half the board or more, and my brother made him go and mortgage all of his properties because he had made all of his properties worth so much money.
That's so funny.
And I was like, how did you do this with like 2 properties? Like what? But I don't know. Like Catan is like it's like a resource and kind of expansion game. And also, aren't there like other expansion packs?
Yeah,
to
they
the
have
main
like a
game?
sea expansion and stuff like that. Yeah,
It's like what thousands of dollars worth of expansions to Catan?
probably.
I don't know. There's someone in the server who has like almost all of them.
That's insane.
And she's honestly, I want to play games with her because she's like she has all of the collection of all these board games, and that seems like a lot of fun. But I think the main reason that a lot of people don't play Catan is because it takes
forever.
It
does.
It's
Well,
like
it's not
Monopoly.
meant to take forever though. It's only meant to take like 2 hours.
But
Yeah, but 2 hours is a lot of time for people
Yeah.
that don't like.
I mean,
play
that's like
board
a
games.
usual board game time, I would say.
Sorry doesn't take 2 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that's
Monopoly takes days.
Clue can take like 10 minutes if you really
I love
are good at Clue.
I do
Yeah.
love Clue. The movie also really good movie. Loved the Clue movie.
I've never watched it.
It's
Yeah, I
an
haven't
old
watched it.
classic.
Oh, the old one. not
The
new
old one, not
Okay.
the no. I'm talking about the old one. That's like the one that I love. I don't know. Board games are
mhm.
also probably the stem of my gaming addiction. I always wanted to play Monopoly.
My parents never let me play Monopoly. There's always Life. They thought Monopoly took longer than Life, so they were just yeah.
life doesn't take that long.
No,
I
that's why that
mean,
they wanted to play
But life
instead
is
of
also
Monopoly.
like so boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely a fan of like the more like drawing based games, like Pictionary and stuff too. I like the guessing team based
Mm.
games.
Yeah,
I
those
find
can be
those really
fun.
enjoyable.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to head off to a break pretty soon, so we'll be right back and continue our conversation.
You're listening to Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Tip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. it starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour. Grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak. Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Into the building for the first time after the shooting. It was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at Love Has No Labels. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
This is Big Red ESports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, goodness. We also
Okay.
have Rico joining us this time.
Hi, everyone.
He's decided to hop in on our conversation.
Yeah.
a
Well,
little
usually
bit.
there's 4 people here, so I don't have a mic, so I just sit back and listen to the amazing conversations. But
Now he
there's
can be
only
part of
3, so I just decided, you know what? I'll be a part of it when I'll just chime in from time to time. But
We'll
you
just,
guys do your own thing still.
self-insert.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pushing the buttons anyway, so I might as well.
I mean, you can mute us all and just talk.
I could do that also. Be like, yeah, this is my show now. Have fun.
It's taking control.
We were talking about like nostalgia games a bit.
Yeah, we're talking like board games
But,
and
like,
stuff.
Okay, what is everyone's like nostalgia video game?
Kirby Air Ride.
Really?
Kirby Air Ride. Sims, Animal Crossing on the Wii. Sims on the Wii. I don't want to talk about that.
Or I can't imagine.
And then Bomberman.
Nice.
Okay, that's valid. Skip over me for now. I gotta think.
Oh, okay.
Wii Sports.
Wii
Oh,
Sports.
It's just
did
real.
you have Wii Sports Resort?
I did not have Wii Sports Resort.
Resort was so fun.
We
Top
just decided we were fine with Wii Sports and just bowling and jumping up and down and baseball. Then it's 2 on the GameCube, which I lost mine and I'm very sad. Super Mario Strikers.
Oh.
And it's like Super Mario Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
sounds
It was amazing. Super Mario Strikers is just, I don't know. To me, it's one of the best games ever. It's just so much fun. That's how I first got into soccer. It was Mario. I don't know. It's not weird.
It's fine.
No,
It's not weird.
okay. It's okay.
Following your
I wanted
idols.
to do archery.
I love him so much.
Oh, you know what? Sonic and Mario, the Olympics.
That's what
That was a good game.
That was good.
I was gonna
That was
say
good.
that is my nostalgia game was the Sonic and Mario Olympic games. Like what year was that?
2012, I think.
Yeah,
or something.
My entire track team in high school went over to one of our coach's house because his son was also on the track team, and we played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games like 2 days before state track.
Oh my! It is so fun. I also grew up on what is it? Mario Kart Double Dash, I think.
Yeah.
Double Dash.
Yeah, Double Dash.
Which I never drove.
Okay.
I was the sidekick. And then also I played a lot of Melee.
Okay,
Super Mario
that's
Melee.
respectable.
Or Super Mario Bros. Or no,
Same.
Super Mario Bros. My goodness.
Super
Super
Smash.
Smash?
Yeah.
Let's go with
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that
I'm
one's a
like, my
little-
brain is not. I'm still stuck on Mario, man.
It's okay.
You know,
Mario's the one.
I was like, he's iconic. You
The
can't
one that
just
got
ignore
away.
him. I mean, with his parkour skills, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean,
You get yours yet?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yours.
I have like a list of like games that like I
drop
just
it.
love.
Go
you know?
ahead.
Go for it.
Like
We
okay,
have time.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
have
like,
plenty of
so like,
time.
I think I first got a DS or was it a Wii? I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember. Well, I had an Xbox 360 too, where that's where I think my favorite game on that was COD, just like the first Call of Duty, Black Ops 1. Yeah, there we go. Call of
Okay.
Duty Black Ops 1. I'm not too familiar with all that. Gizmo.
It's all good. You're good.
Only Jaden was here.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
We're fine.
celebrate your mom's birthday.
And then on the DS, I fell in love with a new Super Mario Bros. On the DS, which was really good. But it's also, even trying to play it later, I felt like it was hard. But maybe that's just because I'm bad.
It's like Mario Kart on the DS was
Was
was an
amazing.
experience.
It was something.
It was really fun.
I
And
never
then-
had a DS.
Ooh. Oh no.
Sounds like a you problem.
It
Oh,
was.
whoa.
It was very sad. Everybody else had them. I was just watching everybody else play. I was like, man, I wish I had one.
I only got one because my brother got one.
Wow.
Also on the Wii, I'm piggybacking on you. You know how
Okay.
there's like Wii Sports, right?
Yeah.
Wii Sports Resort was
Oh
a
my
killer
God.
game.
I did play it, and it was very fun, but I did
That-
not own it.
Was
Oh,
that
and
the,
We Play. We
was
Play.
the Wii Resort game, was that the one with the dog fighting game mini game?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
the planes.
The dog fighting mini game was
See-
so fun.
You just said dogfighting. And I was like, what? They put what in the game?
You don't actually like dog
It's not
fight.
dogs, it's planes.
You like it's like
Oh, I was even confused. I was like, I was like, I don't remember dogs fighting.
I don't
Resort.
either. I was like,
no,
who approved this?
It's plain fighting, but
Yeah,
it's called dog fighting.
So the mini game was called dog fighting, and you weren't actually like shooting at each other as a plane. You were literally just doing an obstacle course and trying to do it better than the other person.
Okay.
But because you were doing plane maneuvers and you're kind of like trying to compete against someone
Yeah,
else,
they
they're
called
like,
it dog fighting.
dog fighting.
How?
They did have one where you have to shoot from each
Yeah,
of
but
the-
it was the balloons in the back of the airplane.
Okay, yeah. But
Like
I just
in-
remember
like in
doing
Mario
like the
Kart.
rings and
Yeah,
the, like,
yeah.
I just remember that
That
stuff.
okay, that mini game in Mario Kart with the balloon. I forget what it's called, but like the balloons.
It was a
that.
it was the party game.
Yeah, those
It-
party games.
It was amazing. I played that all the time, and then you had to like blow. I had a DSi, so I had to like blow into my DSi to like put the balloons back up.
No, I
And honestly, any type of Mario Party. That's another nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
My
Mario Party 8.
That was my first one.
That's a good one.
I loved that one. And then now I play the Mario Party on the GameCube.
Oh,
that's the only one we have.
Oh.
I love the Mario Party on the GameCube.
It is super fun.
It's so much fun.
I'm not very good at it.
But
But
you don't have to be good. It's Mario Party. You don't have to be good at
it's
it.
just like the graphics make me laugh.
Just great.
It's just wonderful. It's just nostalgic for me. I don't know.
You gotta love party games, man. They're
Oh.
like they're like the best time you can have games,
Absolutely.
especially like Jackbox and
I was about to
stuff.
say I love the fact that we're bringing back party games with Jackbox.
Mhm.
Like that is one of my favorite things to do with friends.
Fall Guys went at its peak
Oh
was
my lord.
I had never won one of the Fall Guys like mini games, and then my wife hopped on it one time, and her first one she won. I was like, this is
That's
stupid.
so funny.
This is stupid. I hate it.
One of our game managers, Brennan, Mario Kart game manager, was obsessed with Fall Guys for the longest time, to the point where that was like his Discord profile.
Oh, whoa.
And all of his bio was like Fall Guys related. And also like every single reaction gif that he sent was like a Fall Guys dude. And I was like, okay, like, this is a bit much.
Because it was like all those games, those like free to play games that were like at their like Fall Guys, and then it went to
Well, before Fall Guys, it was Among Us.
was Among Us before or after Fall Guys?
It was around the same time.
It was, I think, just barely before, because
Okay.
I
Yeah.
played Among Us before I heard about Fall Guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
like
think I went to
around. It
Among
was.
Us
It was
after.
like they both got really popular like around the same time. So they
It's
were both
the
at its
same
peak.
round,
at the same
weird-looking man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Among Us is just too good, man.
Yeah,
For me,
Among
it's
Us.
never gonna die. You're gonna see.
It's still going strong.
You're gonna see a little Among Us outline, and you're just gonna remember. There's no escaping from it.
Fall Guys is still going pretty strong.
Yeah, I used to work at the Children's Museum, and I remember walking into there's like a room with black light and like magnets that you can put on the wall,
Mhm.
and one of the kids has literally drawn an Among Us.
'Cause it's
figure
so
with
easy.
that.
It is.
And I was like, "Are you kidding?"
There were so many like Among Us people dressed up as the Among Us guys for Halloween, just little blow up,
Really?
little blow up things. I mean, they're walking around and they don't have arms, so somebody else is holding their bucket for them, but they're just walking around, and you're just like, that's crazy.
That is, I would picture. I thought they would at least put the no,
Nope, no arms.
You just have to stand
Nope,
there.
they're
Like
just
this.
walking. You can see their hands like in the little window
I
for the
feel
face.
like-
Yeah.
They like have their hands there, but no arms.
I feel like they should make an imposter one where he has like his mouth open to the tongue, and you can just put your arms to the
That would have been great.
to the mouth.
That would have been great.
Trick or treat.
Another nostalgia game, Minecraft.
Uh,
Specifically Minecraft Hunger Games. And like the whole like Minecraft like
Mineplex,
lore,
Hypixel,
I'm trying to think of like the
Herobrine.
YouTubers, like Sky Does Minecraft,
Yeah. Sky Does
Canadian
Minecraft.
Bacon.
Oh my gosh,
I never got into
Bajan-
Minecraft.
Like,
Does that make me a terrible person?
No,
yeah.
I don't know. I would always
I'm
play.
sorry.
No, it's fine. You can be honest. I never
It's
got
kinda-
into it.
I would play it for like a week, and then I would just like shut myself off from it because I just got really bored. Because like I would just like, oh, this is really fun, and then
well, if you're playing the basic Minecraft, I feel like you can usually do like a week. I mean, also if you get like a really big server with like all your friends, it's
Mhm.
super fun because you
That's
usually
what I
have
did.
like the person who like never does anything, and then you have like the person that has like mined out like a whole entire mountain and like already has their castle built in like a day. It's, I don't know, it's just really fun.
We had a realm, and
Mm.
all of us got on it, and we all started building our houses. You know, you get the achievements. Everyone is getting their achievements. One of my friends hops on a day later, and you just see, like, he gets his lava, he gets his like obsidian.
Mhm.
He's going deeper, so he's already in the Nether, and then he's like, and then like by the end of that day, he was already at the end killing the Ender Dragon.
my
I was like, oh my
God.
gosh, dude, like. Calm down.
He's like, I need to finish.
Like, within the first 5 minutes, I think he found diamonds, and I was like, "You are insane! Like, what is going on?"
Also, like like people who can like build redstone machines. I still don't understand redstone. It's basically like electricity. Like the redstone is so complex that like it's basically like hardwiring anything in real life. It's insane. I don't know.
I have a friend who does a lot of city building and creative, and they just like build out these massive like city blocks, and genuinely, it's incredible. But they had built this office building, and they had redstone coated every single light to shut off in a sequence, like as if
God.
you were in like a superstore. You know how they
Well
shut off
then.
by rows? That's what they did, and they showed me it, and I was like, "How? and it was every floor did that. And it was amazing. And the things that people can pull off with Redstone, like all of
They're literally engineers.
You can animate in Minecraft with Redstone. It is wild.
People are wild. People are crazy.
People are creative and extremely talented. I cannot.
Creative people annoy me because I
fathom.
just feel like I want to do that, but I never could.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I wish I could draw, but my hands say no.
That's exactly it. When you said you like Pictionary, I was like, I wish I could. They'll be like, oh, this is what it is. I could, no, it's a worm. I couldn't do it.
It's even more fun when they are bad drawers, or especially when you're playing like telestrations where it's like telephone instead, and then you have to guess off of those drawings. It just makes it awful, and I love it.
Have you all heard about Amon's story with Pictionary and how he was trying to draw a horse and his wife thought it was a banana?
Okay.
So close. Just so close.
And I just remember him telling us about that in class, and you're like, okay, now you have to draw a horse for us. And we're like, sorry to break it to you, but
Just like, you know what? I can see it.
we're like, I mean, I kind of can see it. Like, it's a banana.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, not all of us are blessed with
No.
the
Talent.
hands of
Very few of us.
of Michael D'Angelo. But yeah, that's his name.
Michelangelo.
Michael D'Angelo.
Listen, it's been a long week.
Well, we should take a break because we have College World Series games coming up on the station. So we are going to go stream only here shortly.
Okay.
So for anybody listening, we're going to be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, stream only. On the airwaves, there will be College World Series. On the app, there will also be College World Series. So join us on the stream and hang out there with us. We'll be right back on Big Red Esports.
You're listening to Big Red Esports on 97 Ticket FM.
Turning my pain to purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-on. Just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This is Big Red Esports on 937 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I really wish I had the cameras on. That was great. That was electric. Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Welcome
Woo!
back.
You guys do it. I just said welcome back.
Welcome back to Big Red Esports. My name is Lexi. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Z. Oh, go on.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I'm here with my co-host.
Okay. I'm Z. I'm the Nebraska Esports Club president, as well as the League of Legends game manager.
I am Colin Graham. I am the outreach officer, as well as I am the Hearthstone manager.
And we're also here with
Rico.
I'm just here. I'm nothing.
He's just a replacement for our other guys.
Yeah, I'm just running the board. I don't do the esports stuff.
Oh, he's a gamer.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer. I don't do the esports stuff. It's different.
So I don't do esports stuff. I just game.
different.
Yeah. You don't need to
I'm
know
not on a
anything.
team.
Don't try to make me feel better.
All right, but we're
It's not gonna work.
Finish our talk in nostalgia games. Does anybody else have any games? I have one, but no one's gonna know what it is.
What is
What
it?
is it?
It's called Style Savvy on the DS, and it's
Oh,
a
boy.
fashion
Exactly
game.
what you're talking about. I don't think I had it, but I knew exactly what you're talking about because I think I wanted it.
It was a great game. It was just like you're a fashion designer and you're creating all this stuff. Very girly game, but not to say that anybody can't play, because anybody can play it. It's super good. I think that they just, like, the company that made that game announced a game for the Switch that they're making. Super excited for that. Anyways, back to nostalgia games. Anybody else have any?
One of my biggest ones it's a browser game.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. But it was by National Geographic. And
Animal Jam?
I loved Animal Jam. I was a huge Animal Jam player, and I also loved Club Penguin.
Okay, Club Penguin.
Because
That
I
was
was
all bop.
addicted
Club Penguin
to
was
card
elite.
jitsu. I loved playing card jitsu. That's where you could find me almost every single time.
Pixie
Have
Hollow?
you youngins ever heard of Neopets?
Yes,
I had a
Neopets
Neopets account.
I
That
never
was-
had an account.
That was my jam.
My sister loved Neopets, and that's how I got into Neopets, and I think that's how I started my web browser game addiction. So
Neopets and
Yeah.
RuneScape.
Pixie Hollow. Oh my god.
It's not a weird combination. Don't look at me like
Fun.
that.
I had a Webkins account.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Another nostalgia game.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
never had webcams, but I did.
They had to ban RuneScape at school
Mm-hmm.
because everybody would we'd go to the computer labs and everybody was on it.
They had to ban webkins because people would download webkins on our computers at school. When we were in kindergarten, mind you, people would literally download webkins and they had to ban it at my school.
They're like, we're getting viruses. I don't know what this is from.
I love cool math games. I just remember the Penguin ice cream shop parlor.
They had
That's what I remember.
so many bopping games.
Girls Go games. Oh,
I just
sorry.
there's a Justin Bieber dress up game that I remember vividly.
Stardoll.
What?
Did you play Stardoll?
I think so.
It was basically Girl Go games. It had all the dress up games on it, and then they turned it into an actual you can have your own character.
Oh.
And they would have real brands
Yeah, my
Remember when
parents-
kids channels had their own websites and you could go play games?
Hannah
Like Disney
Montana?
Channel.
So cursed.
I remember.
I was playing the Lilo and Stitch, the sandwich maker.
Yes.
Game.
Yes.
Sandwich Stacker or whatever it was called.
Yep.
Great game.
I vividly remember. Does anyone else here know who Fetch with Rough Ruffman is?
Nope.
No.
I've heard of it, but I don't know.
There was a game that they made on browser, obviously, that I was addicted to, and I loved it. And it was just a ton of different mini games. But I love that show. I kind of miss it, but also it's a really weird concept for a show. So I don't know. Fetch with Rough Ruffman was a game show that was hosted by a animated dog.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in. So
And
far,
it's all of these. So it's you got this group of kids who have to compete in this different trials, and it's sometimes it's trivia, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's an Amazing Race type thing where they have to run around and get clues. And I always wanted to be one of those kids. and you're all like fighting for a prize, basically, and then you get your picture on the wall.
Are you trying to say that
This
I'm
reminds
short?
me-
Because I am.
No, I was just surprised. I was like, is it like a downgrade or something?
Nope,
Like,
nope,
I'm not used
just
to being
short.
like this overly tall over people.
Nope.
Digressing.
Yeah, it was a really good show. There was a mouse assistant named Chet. We love Chet.
We love Chet.
There's also a real like secretary was a cat named Blossom that he hated because he didn't want to work with a cat.
Well, of course.
That's fair enough.
This seems like a very interesting show. You're
there's
right.
There's lore. There's
Oh.
whole lore. There's
Well
a
then.
there's a poodle that he's trying to like date, and then also he has beef with his neighbors.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. He has like a whole entire.
Seems
thing.
great.
What animal is he?
He's a mutt.
He's a mutt? Okay.
He's like this really round yellow dog, and that's all you know.
That's it. That's of all this lore. That's all you know about him. He's just a round yellow dog.
Yeah. You also know that he gave his mom an artichoke for Mother's Day, and she bronzed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Digressing back to games.
Sorry, I love this show. but
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair
it
enough.
was
Fair
a
enough.
game.
You got really intense there.
I know, yeah. Any other games that you guys like
Close to your heart.
Close to your heart, bring on really good nostalgia for you?
League of Legends, man.
Oh,
what a great
Lord.
nostalgic game.
Is
man.
it?
Me sitting at my laptop crying.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm
Jim.
Jim.
Earthworm Jim. You guys ever heard of Earthworm Jim?
Just unlocked so many memories of other games.
It's just like a superhero, but he's an earthworm.
Yeah.
But he I don't remember exactly. I don't remember all of it, but he somehow got all these powers and he's trying to save the universe. And you just run around trying to. You have this little laser gun and you just shoot guys and you try to get around everywhere. That's
Fair enough,
really
fair enough.
all it was.
Gary's mod?
I never played Gary's mod. I watched a lot of Gary's mod.
Like Sea Nanners and
Vanos,
Vanos.
Dice, you know,
what's
Delirious.
Mr. Stark? Mr. Stark? Stark?
There's a game that I always mention and nobody ever knows, and I have to get the whole title right
Okay.
just to
Okay.
make sure that you guys get this because
Bet,
it was
bet.
on Nintendo 64.
Mm.
And hold on, N64. So it was called Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
No.
No.
And it like me and my cousin played that all the time. So it is a first-person shooter video game developed by Iguana Entertainment and published by Acclaim for the Nintendo 64 console. It released in '97 in North America and Europe. It's an adaptation of Valiant Comics comic book series of the same name. Player controls Turok, a Native American warrior who must stop the evil campaigner from conquering the universe with an ancient and powerful weapon.
Dinosaur.
No, you just run around and like the multiplayer was you're like shooting each other. Our favorite level was it was like a treehouse type thing, and you're like shooting each other. And if you fell down, you fell in like the tall grass, and there were raptors down there. And it was like a race to get back up there because the raptors would try to get you. But it's just a first person shooter, and nobody's ever heard of it, and it was just such a fun game.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe we have to play this game now.
I'll try. Well, you need an N60. You need an N64, and you need to find the game.
I could get us an N64.
I mean, so could I, but I can't find the game anywhere.
I know a game collector.
Okay, well,
in town.
see if they got it.
I'll ask for sure.
This was a great game.
I need to play this. Like
So
you're
many
hyping
memories.
it up for me. I don't know.
It was so much fun. It's probably not as fun as I remember, but it was so much fun.
childhood games.
Yeah.
Does it ever break your heart when you go back to play a
Yeah.
game and you're like, "This was so great," and you go back, you're like, "This is."
You kind of lose the
Trash.
magic
Yep.
there.
What?
Never play old
The
games.
Disney Enchanted Princess game. I don't remember the full title.
I never had that game, unfortunately, but I know what it is.
Sorry. Someone
Go
else
ahead.
knows what Turok is.
Do they? Oh my gosh, are we gonna
So-
become best friends?
Someone said Turok was one of the first games to utilize the extra memory upgrade that went directly into the N64.
Thank you, Hulk v Spawn.
Someone else understands.
Thank you so much. That game was so great.
But this Disney Princess game was on sale on Steam.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw a bunch of streamers playing.
And I was like, okay, I played this when I was a kid. I was terrified of this game as a kid. Like the little goblin dudes, they had like mouths that looked like dumplings, and that's all I remembered specifically.
What?
And they were so scary to me because also like the big evil villainous lady was also terrifying. And so I went back and played it, and I beat it in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, it took me like hours last time to beat this. What happened? And
Just heartbreaking.
it really made me okay. Still, the Cinderella level was the worst because it was a red light, green light mini game, and if you moved, you had to restart from the entire thing, and I was over it.
I had a Bratz Wii game. It's called Bratz the Movie, the game.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
It's
about.
so good. And I have like found this Twitch streamer. His name is Half Moon Joe, and he like has replayed all the Bratz games. And I literally like binged all of them in like a day. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean they hold those Bratz games. They hold up.
I was never allowed to play or watch Bratz. My parents were
Neither.
always like, they're wearing too much makeup and it's bad influence. But I always wanted to be Jade.
Yeah, my parents never let us have like the Bratz doll, but for some reason they bought us the Bratz, the game, the video game, the movie. I don't know, the movie, the game.
It's
Bratz the movie, the game is what it was called.
It's like the whole
That's the game, the movie.
What is it? It's like the
everywhere.
High School Musical, the musical.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
whole concept of like it's just another. But yeah, oh my
Just
god.
adding on to it.
Yeah, they just keep
Why
adding
not?
words to it. You know,
It'll work.
it's-
Somebody will figure it out.
I mean, emo bands did it.
Yeah.
And they,
Perfect.
they look at how they turned out. It's fine. Oh gosh, yeah. There's so many nostalgic games out there, but well,
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
don't-
That's a good one.
Oh.
What console is it on?
N64.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too old. That's too old for me.
No, I grew up on it.
It's
playing
a
N64.
it's a very bad game for
But there was
people at the time my age definitely should not have been playing it.
It's one of those things where like when a kid grows up on like what is it called? Grand Theft Auto, and it's like
Ooh.
maybe
Mhm.
you shouldn't have been playing this. At
Yeah, I was
your
playing
age.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City at like 10.
Yeah.
Like a very bad idea, but it's fine. But no, it's now I want to explain Conkers because it's
now I need to
because
know.
it's so dumb. You play as a squirrel first off.
Hold on.
So
Yep.
how come this is so bad if you're playing as a squirrel?
Well, hold on.
You know, I have violent tendencies towards squirrels.
What?
Do you? Well then.
In California, the squirrels are like gross little rat creatures. They aren't cute.
Not like the ones on campus.
No.
Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, go on.
The game follows Conker, a greedy, hard-drinking red squirrel who must return home to his girlfriend after binge drinking.
Why do I feel like I know what this is? Why do I feel
Because
like
you know exactly what it is.
I've seen somebody play this before.
Everybody knows.
Yes, yeah. I've seen somebody play
Anybody who's anybody has seen something about
Is this where
Conkers.
furries come from?
No, it is not.
No.
Most of the game requires a player to complete a linear sequence of challenges that involve jumping over obstacles, solving puzzles, and fighting enemies. There's a multiplayer mode with up to 4 players compete against each other, up to 7 different game types, which was great. Very bloody though. Yeah, no, it was rated M, and it was so great. There's something in there where like the king of the land that you're in, like, is just looking for like the leg of his table, and he's just pissed about it for some reason. So he's like,
that's valid.
yeah, and he's
I'd
just
be
he's just
pissed too.
so yeah, you're Conqueror. You're just trying to find your way home. At one point, you fight a giant poo monster, and he sings opera.
Cool.
And his teeth are kernels of corn. You've seen the video.
This
I'm
is
sure you
also
have.
giving me like flashbacks to Castle Crashers.
I haven't played that one.
Yeah, I never
Okay.
played Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers has a giant bat monster that one of its moves is that it poops on you. And that is like a
great.
mechanic in the game.
I'm gonna show you guys the video during a break because
Okay.
it's.
Now I
It
need
also
to
has
know.
it. Like I said, it's bad. It has curse words in it. There, you know.
Yeah, I've seen gameplay.
Yeah,
of it.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen gameplay of
so
it too.
great.
Yeah.
Such a
Not.
fun game.
This is a binge drinking squirrel trying to
Mhm.
get back to his girlfriend and has to fight a pile of poo.
At one point, yes,
With kernels as
with corn for teeth. Yes,
interesting.
Yeah.
great game.
This
You know how you beat him?
I-
You throw rolls of toilet paper at him.
That's
you know
fair.
What?
That's right.
Okay, I like that mechanic. That is way cooler than I
It's great.
expected.
This is reminding me of the part in It Takes Two. You know that 2-player game
Mm-hmm.
basically, where the squirrels take you as hostage basically, and then you have to break out because they're like fighting a war. I forget what they're fighting a
Wow.
war against. Yeah, but then basically at the end it turns into a fighting game where one of you is actually fighting a squirrel on top of a plane while the other
Wow.
one's flying.
Whoa!
And it is it's a chaotic game,
That
and
seems epic.
I wasn't able to finish it because the person I was playing with just kind of stopped playing.
That's
So
sad.
it's such a stupid game, but
Mhm.
it's so funny.
Didn't
You were
it win
talking
Game of
about-
the year?
It did. Like
Yeah,
one
it
part
won
you
Game of the Year.
one part you literally gouge out vacuums eyeballs by sucking them out.
Isn't that the one where you're like dragging like a stuffed animal and you're like trying to toss it over the edge?
Yeah, then you kill an elephant.
Yeah, it's like
by
begging.
ripping her limbs.
Stuffed
Yeah,
animal.
it's like begging you not to. It's like, please, no.
And then you have to throw her off.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the video for that. You're like dragging a stuffed animal, and it's just like, please, no, I don't want to. And then you're just like, you like rip its leg off or something. You have to like throw it over the edge.
It's wonderful.
But it's a game about two people that are gonna divorce, coming together in love.
love
and
each
it's like
other
this-
so
and it's
much.
like this
Yeah, and then you got Dr.
morbid-
Love, you know, he's the magical book, you know?
But they.
It's like begging for its
All
life.
You got to see this clip
all I
too. It's a
can
really
picture
good
is,
clip.
like, Eeyore being like,
Pretty much.
please, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible, but it's also pretty
But it won
awesome.
Game of the Year.
It did. Yay!
So Eli wanted to play that game with me because he's like, it's a good bonding game, and I'm
It's supposed to be a really good.
It is. You bond over the murder of a stuffed animal.
Listen, I already had to witness going to Build-A-Bear and just like, it's already horrifying for me to watch them like re-stuff animals for me. I don't know why. It's like they stuff your like carcass of your animal onto this metal pole.
Yep.
They skin him.
And then just kind of like shake them.
And they're like, here you go.
It's just so viscerally traumatizing to me. And there was like this kid who was like going before me. 'Cause I went and got an Eevee.
Of course.
I was like the only adult in
Nah, it's
you know, it's
totally
fine.
understandable.
Fair, it's fine.
And this kid just starts crying. And I'm like, you know what?
I don't blame him.
Completely valid, because this is like they just like impaled your stuffed animal and just shook him.
I always wonder what would happen if you just kept it on there. Like how long until it explodes?
Probably not that long.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how.
Kinda wanna see
It
it.
depends on how strong the stitching is, because the stitching of
Yeah.
those like those stuffed animal
Yeah.
carcasses.
Carcasses.
That's just what I call them.
No, it's okay.
Skins. I don't know.
I think carcasses sounds better.
It feels pretty strong. They feel like really tight.
I just want to see fluff.
Yeah, I just want to see
fly
the hide just like explode.
But I don't know. Eli and I stood there and watched like the
The
stuffing
elephant all
machine
over
like,
again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no! But no, I can't get that out of my head.
We should
now.
go to a
It's
we
so
should go to a break now
sad.
so I can show you the videos.
Yeah, please.
All right, we'll be right back. Next, that's it for the first hour. Second hour of Big Red Esports coming up right after these messages.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing a replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, I needed something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build a professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-61. They're hiring plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Generation V.
Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy two of your favorites for the price of one. Buy one Elf Bar disposable, get one free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour, an opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Pass the sticks to the Nebraska eSports squad as they take you on a journey through the wonderful world of video games. Right here on Big Red ESports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hey.
I am Z. I'm the Nebraska Esports Club president at UNL. I'm also the League of Legends game manager, and I'm here with my lovely co-hosts.
I'm Lexi. I'm the social media manager for UNL Esports.
Hello, I'm Colin. I am the outreach officer and as well the Hearthstone game manager.
And we are joined here.
And I'm Rico. I'm producing the show.
Yeah, Rico's our producer and also giving us some terrifying insight of some games.
I showed the video of It Takes Two when they had to throw a stuffed animal off of a shelf.
It was a recreation of the Mufasa scene.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Long live the king. And then I showed her Conker's Bad Fur Day when the great and mighty Pooh sang to Conker.
He doesn't have a bad voice.
He does not. He has a great voice. Great opera voice.
It's a good musical.
It's great.
It's a sing-along. It's got it going on the bottom.
Yeah, it's like
so you know exactly what he's saying.
It reminds me of like those old VHS tapes of like the Disney in color, like the world in color type things, and they all had like these musicals that you could sing along to, and they always had like the bouncing ball in the bottom. That's what I remember watching at my grandparents' house. They also had an N64 made an Aladdin game. That was just
I know which one
terrifying.
Tarzan game was really good also.
But yeah, that's kind of most of the video games that I played. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't play that many video games as a kid. We did play a lot of bowling and Mario Kart. That was our main thing. And Just Dance.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Just Dance.
Guitar Hero.
You know, we didn't
Rock
have
Band
Guitar
Superior.
Rock Band was great.
When you're in the gym in high school and they make you play Just Dance.
I love my Just Dance days.
What?
Okay?
You never had that?
No.
We played Just Dance whenever it rained, so we couldn't go outside.
Yeah, but like we just had a gym inside, so we would just
we played Just Dance.
We played dodgeball. And
Like-
basketball.
Lord.
Yeah, dodgeball, basketball. I mean, mind you, like my PE teacher was like 60 years old, so like she didn't really.
She didn't want to just dance.
No, and she was also the track coach, so like she was more like, we're just gonna run laps around the gym. Like we had like 2 gyms, kind of.
Mm.
They were separated by a wall, if that makes sense.
She said, "Run till I get tired."
Yeah, pretty much. But then she wouldn't make any of the track people run because we had practice after.
Oh, so you just had to
school.
like chill.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I just got to do stretches and whatever core workouts and stuff like that.
Fair enough. I mean, favoritism, but
Whatever.
Well, I mean,
honestly, it
was,
makes
like-
sense though because you guys have to
Yeah.
run a lot more afterwards. So.
They didn't do that for me when I was in tennis. I had to run a lot.
Yeah, but like I had to run also after school.
Well, I did have to run after school.
No, that's not your sport. Your sport is moving around the court and then hitting it.
Our sport was running most of the time, and it's a lot of running.
There's a lot of cardio in tennis.
Yeah,
Tennis
but
is only
yeah.
cardio.
Well, it's not the same amount.
Yeah, that's
It's a
what
very
it's
different
there.
form.
It's more bursty. It's
I'm
like
not saying you don't
boom.
run in tennis.
Oh, so now you're just criticizing my sport.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's what
you.
I thought.
I don't think you run per se as much as you just
You
move
dash.
quickly
Yeah, it's like
in
you're
a
just dashing
in
back and
different
forth.
directions.
The amount of
Your
running.
change of direction needs to be
The amount of
better.
running you had to do at tennis practice was insufferable.
I don't know. I didn't
You had to
really
run
do
around the
sports.
school.
No, it's okay.
I did judo.
Okay.
That was my sport.
Fair enough. I did so many sports. It was a bit chaotic. I was a swimmer. I was a tennis player. I was a soccer
Oh,
player.
I could see you as a swimmer.
I was a
Yeah, that's
basketball
up.
player, and I was a baseball
You're tall.
player.
Look at
Yeah.
you, all
So
over
I-
the place.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got bored. So
I was just in yearbook.
I did dance for like 7 years, and then I did track.
What type of dance?
Hip hop,
oh,
and then I
Nice.
did like some lyrical and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Dance is a lot of work.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, but I did it when I was young, so it was more. It was
Okay.
more like
Fair
I
enough.
stopped like before like middle school or something.
Okay.
And then I did track, and then I did yearbook as well. And that's how I
Yeah.
have journalism.
Yeah. That's why I'm moving to journalism. Oh dear.
It's the path.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we didn't have any like video game clubs in high school. Which
We had one
Mm.
in high school.
Mhm.
It was a joke club though. No, like
Ah.
everyone was like, "Oh, you guys." I'm sorry, but someone needed to hand around a stick of deodorant in that room because not all gamers have bad hygiene. I will say that.
Some do,
Some
do.
but
do.
that just some people who don't game have bad hygiene. So
Yeah,
it's okay.
exactly.
People.
But this room was just full of people who didn't understand hygiene.
And plus, you're also teenagers. And you
Yeah.
don't really understand the
I'm like, you need
importance
to
of
put on like
hygiene.
maybe 4 or 5 layers instead of just 2. But I mean, and I kind of wish that I would have been a little bit more involved and kind of been able to like help guide it. But I wasn't super into esports at the time,
Mhm.
and the only esports that they played was Super Smash Bros. And I wasn't into Super Smash Bros.
You should have just helped build it up. You know, I kind of helped. I mean, we didn't have any esports in our school,
I
and
didn't
then when
play
I
video
left, we were
games.
like insane at esports. So it
So-
was kind of like pogging off. Yeah, pogging off. You know.
When I lived in California, I didn't play video games. I didn't play video games until I moved to Nebraska.
Mhm.
So this esports club was in California, and I was just strictly journalism,
Mhm.
and I thought I wanted to be a history teacher.
Mm.
So
Ooh.
The
I was-
history of esports.
There you go.
and now I'm here. I don't know. I also wanted to be an English teacher, but I realized I don't want to read essays, and that takes a lot of time.
Checks
I
out.
don't know. I feel like reading essays.
Grading
from, like,
essays.
from like a younger generation would be really fun.
Well, I had to do that for my dad, so I graded all my dad's essays for
What?
his 6th graders. That was just my job. And so like I just got really, really tired.
No, that makes sense.
You were a
So-
teacher before you had the degree to be a teacher.
Yeah, so I also would teach a segment on Greek mythology and Roman mythology, as well
I
as a
love-
creative writing workshop for his students. So that was really fun.
I love Greek mythology.
Big
so
fan of
great.
that.
Mhm. They need to make a good Greek mythology game.
They did. It's
They
called
do.
God of War.
Well,
I need to get
Is
it. I need to get into it. It's the first game. The first few games are Greek, right?
Yes.
but I mean, like with like like
Everything.
more in depth and more that actually follows like the stories of Greek. Like,
It does. You kill
but
them all.
not okay.
You got to collect them all. Catch them all.
Yeah.
Kill them all,
Pokemon.
collect them all.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Pokemon, you know.
Sword of Zeus, all that stuff.
I do want to. I wish there was some sort of like successful. Let's put it like that. Good, successful, like Percy Jackson type game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was a Percy Jackson kid, and I
God of War.
I mean, I'm totally down to check it out.
God of War is just the answer to everything.
I just got
don't-
into
absolutely
RPGs,
not, no.
so
I think
I mean that's the next step, right?
you're thinking more like something like like Hogwarts Legacy came out, something more like that
something
style.
like that.
For, like,
I
Greek
want
mythology.
something kind of like an exploration of Greek mythology.
Yeah, more something like that.
So game developers.
And
There's your
people
point. There's your
eat
idea.
up- I mean, people eat up Greek mythology.
Oh yeah, there's so many Percy Jackson kids out there. that I know.
I feel like
so
there's.
many.
I don't know.
Assassin's
Is there like
Creed.
Norse mythology more Norse
I
games than
think
Greek
there-
ones?
there-
Yeah.
I think there is a lot
yeah.
more like
Yeah.
Norse or like. I mean, I see a ton of like Asian mythology in a lot of
Yeah.
other games, like, but also use instead of like so Asian mythology oftentimes is like the Asian equivalent of high fantasy for us. So like elves,
Yeah,
dwarves, all
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
The Asian fantasy is usually just part of their mythology, and that's why it's like that. Which I actually watched a video essay on that last night, and the reason why a lot of Japanese and like Asian video games have you killing a god is because that's a really big part of like their mythology,
Mhm.
which was really cool to learn. But I didn't know how intertwined their history was with all of their video games, which was really awesome to learn. Which I think makes me feel like I need to deep dive into the background and content, like the context behind a lot of other video games. So
Deep dives are fun
I
until you get too deep.
yeah, one time I went on a deep dive about furries and never came back. The same.
Yep, very dangerous.
It never came back the same. So you know, you gotta toe the line.
You gotta know when to stop. You gotta realize, you know what? I think I'm getting too far.
Yeah, do that before it's too late. Oh dear, the things I've seen are not.
Came back a changed person.
Yeah, but
I kind of want a newer MMORPG that doesn't look like WoW or anything else, because I feel like a lot of MMORPGs still look the same after so many years. Like even if they're like newly developed, I don't know. Like we just need like Final Fantasy is 16, is 16, 15.
I don't know which one of them.
Anyways, the online,
Final Fantasy, big number.
There's a
the
lot.
online Final Fantasy, I forget which number it is.
Yeah.
Like that one holds up, but it's getting dated. And then even if MMORPGs are made, I can't remember the one that came out like 2 years ago or something. It was really popular. Everybody was streaming it on Twitch because I'm sure
Was
that
that
they were probably.
the New World thing?
I don't think so. I think it started with like an A or something.
Arc
Age or something. Is it
Ark Survival
Ark
Evolved.
Survival?
No, that's
whatever it was.
that's the dinosaur
Arc
game.
is the
Yeah.
other one that
Well,
I can
yeah.
think of. Well, Arc also has like technology in it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to think.
I
don't
can't
know.
remember what it's called. But that like when that was released, I was like, wow, that looks like every other MMORPG that I've ever seen before. So I just want like something that's new, that's fun to play, that I can go with my friends
Yeah.
online and just like grind and have a good time.
I agree.
I don't know.
I mean,
Can you explain to the masses what an MMORPG
So
is?
yeah, it's like mega multiplayer online role playing game, and so it's basically like think if anybody's played RuneScape, they can kind of understand it like that, where you're online with a bunch of random people. You're on a server and you are just playing the game as you go. I don't know. It's like
there's like quest lines.
there's quests, there's side quests,
There's story. It's like Wizards 101.
Yeah,
There's
Wizards.
also one.
Yeah, exactly. It's if anybody has played World of Warcraft, it's literally the epitome of an MMORPG.
You can either interact with people or
not
not. You
too,
can
yeah.
join
Yeah.
in quests with other people.
There's guilds, where like guilds are basically just like a group of people who are intertwined together and do big like bosses and dungeons together and stuff like that.
Well, not all MMORPGs are like fantasy or like
Yeah.
medieval themed. A lot of them are, which is why it's like guilds. You
Mhm.
kind of think of it as like how there's like regular like blacksmithing guilds and
Mhm.
everything like history and all that. It's
Mhm.
just a group of people who are kind of come together and like kind of share resources and such.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a union in a
Yeah.
sorts of ways. But I do agree with you. Like I want to
Mhm.
see another MMORPG that's like
New and
up to
creative.
snuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And like because I feel like most computers can handle
Mhm.
high graphics now.
Do you think they could have done something like that with the Division when it first came out? Well, not when it first came out, but like something along those lines where it's not exactly like that. You do have to like join a party with somebody for them to be like on the same server as you, but you're just running around. It's like post-war DC, I think, is where you're running around and you're just you're like going to all these different places and trying to run through these different missions to get resources and stuff, but something like that where it's kind of set in modern-ish times.
Yeah, I mean, you can create an MMORPG in anything. Like I feel like because like we've been saying, like most MMORPGs are fantasy based, and so it's becoming repetitive. And I feel like no one's really, unless you like grew up playing those games or you have friends that already play those games, like you're probably not like I'm not going to pick up WoW anytime just because. Like I know I've seen people play the game a lot, but there's a brand new MMORPG that's new and creative, then like yeah, totally. But again, it just goes back to graphics.
Yeah.
Graphics aren't up to speed, and I can't take it. I don't want to play it.
I
opinions.
remember watching someone play Star Wars: The Old Republic and really wishing that there was something new like that. Or like I kind of crave like the sci-fi, like cybernetic, kind of like cyberpunk type vibe.
Yeah.
But I want it to be where I can play in an MMORPG setting. Like, how fun would that be if I could have a cyberpunk themed MMORPG with my friends and we could just run around on our floating bikes or whatever? Like, that sounds so fun. You can do like heists
I mean, like,
or
is
something.
Destiny kind of like that a little bit?
Yeah, you can play Destiny.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know, Amon and Jaden would be so excited to hear that. But it's like I miss. I just miss it, you know?
MMORPGs aren't getting made anymore, which is very interesting because MMORPGs used to be like
the thing,
and now like game companies are more just going to like story-based games like The Last of Us and Beyond Two Souls,
and they're like really good stories.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just sometimes we want that community, and like we don't always want it to be competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to get an Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you guys don't want to get on League sometimes.
All the time.
I don't know. League is kind of fun because it has a good balance, I would say, kind of. Because there is
Yeah.
competition, but then you can also
You
just
can play for fun
You can
modes and
play
stuff,
chill
yeah.
stuff,
Which is
dude.
nice.
Or you can just play TFT, where everybody is nice to everyone.
Depends. I've definitely had people
We all love each
get
other.
pretty mad, but I would if someone made a sci-fi MMORPG with updated graphics and like a sprawling world. Like, we obviously have the software to make a extended world if we can do Genshin and Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact.
And that's on your phone.
And that's like this is like it's literally on your phone. It's on your iPad, whatever. But and imagine like porting that to something on PC that is enough to hold people, like a lot of like players, and you can just explore and like I just miss that because
me too.
One of my favorite MMORPGs was like called Feral Heart, which was just like you just got to play around and run around as like a wolf. I loved that, and they shut it down. But they had all these different worlds, and you could have so much customization, and you go through portals and stuff like that. And I just kind of miss being able to run around, make friends, and just go through side quests or whatever you want to do, and just explore all these different areas.
I mean, there is one big MMORPG. You could always hop on Roblox.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
There's that.
I don't know. I just don't want to. I've tried. I just don't like it.
I haven't.
It's.
I
I mean,
just-
there
not my
are
favorite.
there are some Roblox creators nowadays where they're getting more advanced with it because Roblox is basically essentially just a game maker. Like that's pretty much all it is. People just for some reason stick to like the same basic games that they've been making. And like someone made like a real like I think it was on like Twitter or something, like someone made like a really in-depth like high graphic like scary game, and someone made like Call of Duty and Roblox like with high graphics and stuff like that. So like I mean it's I think it's more just a stepping point for kids to like learn how to code games and customize games and stuff like that. And
I mean, maybe that's where the future MMORPG comes from.
Oh
is,
my
like,
God.
These kids coding on Roblox.
We should do that.
You're gonna get like a
Yeah, but
14-year-old that's just like, I got it.
Yeah, someone out there like, hey.
I don't need a game developer. I am the game developer.
Let's log into Roblox.
I mean, hey, I'll invest into that. Not gonna lie, like, I think a lot of people are kind of craving that togetherness in a lot of video games nowadays. Even if you do love storylines and like playing alone and stuff, you can notice a lot of people kind of look for those multiplayer games to play with friends and to play with people, or like that's why I hop on League nowadays, is so I can actually have like play with a group of people instead of just not just by myself. I don't like playing games by myself all the time.
I've noticed that a lot of people, at least some of the people that I follow on social media, have been really excited for some of the newer single player games that they're like, everybody's making open world multiplayer games, and I just want something I can just sit down by myself and not have to worry about, finding somebody else to join me or doing this or doing that. So I also like I enjoy the togetherness, but I'm also a big fan of just like sitting down and like The Last of Us is like two of my favorite games ever, and just sitting down and just sitting by myself and doing something.
And I get that. Yeah.
But I feel like recently, like in the past 10 years, like those single player games have taken over the market really, and like those multiplayer games aren't really catching up with all these single player games because like they've seen how popular. I mean, by God, it got an HBO back. It got an HBO, sorry, or just Max show. Just Max. I think it's just called Max now.
Yeah, they did change it.
They did change it, but like they're seeing like these single player games become more popular, so they're gonna just like spam the market with it and not have like these like MMORPGs or just regular like multiplayer games like catch up a lot. I mean, we even see that with like Overwatch kind of falling down and stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's either single player games or it's like a multiplayer game trying to become like the next esport or something. It's either highly competition based or no competition whatsoever.
Wasn't it Battle Royales flooded the market for a while there?
Oh Lord, I remember that.
So it's just weird how the industry goes in waves, and like we can't just have a steady market of every single game getting made. It's very interesting.
I mean, they're trying to play off of trends because obviously they're going to sell more if it's popular at the moment. And obviously, like MMORPGs have been around forever.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of like, oh, people want the nostalgia. I think that's kind of also what they noticed from. What did they do, like a RuneScape reboot or something?
Yeah, I think
like
they
a
did.
remaster.
They did.
And
they made it.
They're remastering a lot of
people
things.
weren't a huge fan of the remaster. They just wanted the old one.
People still play old school RuneScape,
which I mean, completely understandable. And I think maybe that's another thing that turned off a lot of like game developers of like, oh, they don't want anything new. They just are nostalgic. But not all of us are like that. I promise. So like that doesn't help. But also, I mean, I'm back to like the playing alone. I also really do enjoy finding those like single player games because I've been playing like Tales of Arise, which is an RPG. I play Gunfire Reborn by myself a lot of the times, which it is a multiplayer game, but sometimes I just want to fight through waves of enemies by myself. Stuff like that. So I don't know. I like Runeterra is a card game that I also like to play alone. So it just kind of depends. I don't know.
I think what I'm trying to get at is that like I'd rather have like really good single player games and really good multiplayer games versus like a ton of single player games where like more than half of them aren't good at all and you only get like one or two really really good ones. Like I'd rather see like the balance of just having like good games all around versus like battle royales. Like the market getting so oversaturated that half of the battle royales feel the same. They're not even well developed. Like that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I think also just like developing companies sticking to something they're really good at. Because a lot of developing companies are just trying to like hop on trends. And I'm like, no, if you're really good at making this type of game, there is going to be a market for it, and we are looking for that.
And like if you already have fans surrounding them, they're gonna continue to pick up the games that you are developing.
Absolutely, and stuff like that. And that's another thing is I think a lot of companies who used to make MMORPGs are kind of just like shying away from that, or just trying to update the ones that they already have.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel really sad because I don't want to get into WoW. I don't want to get into like some of these things because
if WoW was released now, I would probably get into it. But just because it's been around for like probably almost more than 10 years,
it's too far along.
It's too far. I can't get into it. I can't invest my money
so
into
developed,
it.
and
if you start
I'm
now,
gonna be
you're
so
just
behind.
Yeah, you're gonna feel like you're being left out of everything.
You're not strong enough. Like we can't grind that half-ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't sit with us. Yeah, I mean, it feels kind of like you're just getting excluded from the lunch table. I don't know.
It's I used to play WoW. Like the first time I played WoW, it was when Wrath of the Lich King first came out, and I played that for a while, and then I stopped, and I was like, you know what, I should get back into it. But that was like 4 DLCs or updates later, and I was like, I got onto it, and I was like, I don't know what any of this is.
It's just so much, and it's kind of like when you're diving into like a new card game, and sure you can learn it. Like I'm trying to learn Magic right now. But there is so much content out there. Holy crap. Like, you have to deep dive and spend so much time into understanding the game and the mechanics and learning every single new thing that's added. And that takes forever. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just not worth it for me to get into those types of games right now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I know it's an amazing game. I don't have the time.
Time or money.
That's going to do it for this first segment. When we come back, We'll talk. We'll talk some more video games and the likes right here on Big Red Esports.
Yep.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people when it comes to drywall. Acoustical ceilings and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or JudsonIrrigation.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
There are some things that happen every day. In the morning, my paper gets delivered. Thank you. Around noon, my neighbor waters his flowers wearing a bathrobe and hip waders. Hello, Mr. Willis. Where's my paper? After dinner, the lady up the street walks her 14 poodles. And just before the 10 o'clock news, the Nebraska lottery winning numbers are drawn for their daily game. Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. With Nebraska Pick 3, you choose your bet type. In 2x2, there's a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis. I'm still looking for my paper. Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
This is Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm C. I'm the Red ESports president. The League of Legends game manager,
every
and
time.
I'm here with my lovely co-host.
I'm Lexi. I'm the social media manager.
Hello, my name is Colin Graham. I'm the outreach officer, and as well, I'm the Hearthstone game manager.
And we are joined here by.
I am Rico. I am the producer, and I also play games.
Yes, Rico also plays
Yeah.
games. He's also enlightening us with plenty of information about games.
I try to do my best.
He's our Eldridge being we have right
Our
now.
Thank you. Thank you. I will take that.
Eldridge, I mean, you're undescribable. Indescribable.
I'll take it.
You know?
Thank you.
Like, you can't process.
Inconceivable.
We just
Oh my
explode
Lord.
thinking.
You're welcome. I do what I can.
Yeah, it's very helpful, honestly.
I'm just here to push buttons and slide things.
No,
But if
it
there's
isn't.
an open mic, I'm gonna hop on.
I mean, hey, we
Might
need
as
the
well.
extra gas.
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join. It's gonna be a blast.
Anyways,
Yes,
talking about MMORPGs, but
Yes.
honestly, we could slide it over. What do you think about like the newer like competitive games coming out?
Oh, like which ones?
Just like any new competitive game coming out, or games that are already existing. Like give it like Overwatch 2. Give it like
Overwatch 2 is kind of having a rough patch right now.
Well, like, I think the issue with Overwatch 2 is that they have their own exclusive league. And so it's
Oh.
kind of hard to get into versus like League of Legends. You could hypothetically just like start a league, like start your own team and then like hop on a professional league. Like,
Yeah.
make your team a professional league just randomly. That's what's really the issue with Overwatch 2 is that like Blizzard for some reason has decided to close off and you can only join these like I don't know how many teams they have like
Because it's a franchising thing, right?
yeah, it's
something, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a franchising thing. So you can only join like those like 24 teams
Mhm.
and you have to try out. So there can't be like any more teams than 24, which is just weird.
Yeah, that is like it
This
kind
is
of
like a real like a professional sports league where you just have those, but
yeah, but
There's no,
it
like-
just makes
Doesn't
it
work
really
for esports,
difficult.
yeah.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
like I tore my ACL, so we're gonna bring in a rookie. Like,
Like
it's
that
just
doesn't
like
happen here. Like
my thumb fell off.
And you-
my thumb fell- oh, I'd be concerned. Yeah.
And with a lot of these games, you don't need as much players as like
Yeah.
those,
Yeah.
those giant
Yeah.
big team games. It's like 5 players, maybe a couple subs, and then
hmm
And it
You're not gonna lose 4 people in one game.
yeah.
I kind of like I talked about this a little bit last time where I think that for the sustainability of esports, tournaments and events and like the pro leagues should be handled separately from the developers. Because the developers are going to obviously do things that are in their best interest but not necessarily in the best interest of their teams. And so like Dota somehow God knows how is still running these really high-end paying tournaments and they are also very well and alive, which is very weird to hear over here in NA, which is North America.
Yeah.
But the reasoning, especially currently, is that they are putting all of their tournaments through these different companies instead. So it's ESL, PGL are putting on these companies rather than Valve, which is kind of keeping it different and also making sure that the funding is not coming from the same source.
Yeah.
And making sure that everything's unique. Also, Dota, you can also make your own team and work your way up, which is nice. Another different thing from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Again, it's like I think that tournaments and such should not be done by the developers. I think that kind of kills the league.
Well, and then it also like takes away funding from the actual development of the game if you're having to take it out of pocket. Because like I mean, of course you can still have sponsors. Like that's not, but like there's not a lot of sponsors on the league streams that I see for Overwatch like at all. Like it's very minimal. So it's like where are they getting this funding from? out of pocket.
Yeah.
From
Papa Blizzard.
Battle Pass,
Mm.
making skins, making the game free to play, but then like charging what, like
exorbitant
$20
amount of money.
for like a legendary skin.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Exorbitant amount of money.
It's yeah.
Well, here's another big issue with like the whole free to play aspect, and like I have no issues with cosmetics and whatever. Cool, buy what you want. I'm not in charge of your wallet. But League actually just recently had an issue where you could only get a specific ward, which is cute. It's a little cosmetic thing. It was a llama, and or an alpaca actually. It was a little alpaca. He was very cute. You could only get that by buying all of the skins in the pack, which is like $200.
Ooh.
They've done that quite a lot though, of like exclusive, like pack exclusive stuff. I swear I've seen that kind of stuff where you
but
need to buy
not usually for Worlds wards. Usually Worlds wards you can get just by themselves or like earn them through missions or whatever. This one you had to buy the entire pack with all of the skins of all of the champions in it. So like it's not just the Chroma package. It's like literally every skin they released for that line.
That's super annoying.
Which is $200, and if you just wanted the little alpaca thing, $200 for like the little thing, not worth it. And so like that was a big complaint from a lot of people was like, hey, what the heck? Like we don't want to spend $200 on all of these skins that we don't want just to get this one little thing. Or like even I don't want to have to spend $50 on just like 2 skins in general because the price is getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, even back when one of the first few, what was it? The really like fancy skins came out for League. It was the Psyops Ezreal or something.
Yeah, Psyops Ezreal, Elemental Lux.
Yeah, those ones. So Psyops Ezreal was $15, and people would make fun of you for spending $15. Now, like a normal skin that usually is like epic, legendary type of like ranking would be a rarity. Would be $20.
Yeah, well, epics are $13.50, which is basically you have to spend.
But
15.
you have to spend $15 or $20 in order to get that.
And legendaries are 19, 18.
But again, you
20
you
bucks,
have
20
to
bucks.
spend $20 on RP because that's the cutoff.
Yeah, basically you have to spend $20 if you're gonna get a skin.
Like
anyway.
regardless.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like with Overwatch making the Gingerbread Bastion skin 1 credit, and then like everybody was a credit off for like buying a skin, and so they had to go buy more. Everybody was complaining, so now they're actually making the things that they say free because people were like crapping on Twitter basically.
yeah,
like,
no, that's what's like upsetting though is like they are making it so you have to spend more money. Because if I just want to buy, I wanted to go buy just the TFT Battle Pass, but I had to spend up to $12. And that gives me still extra RP, which is Riot Points, which is the in-game currency, which is really frustrating. Like, I don't want to have to spend $10 just for this one thing where I would have left over or whatever, and I can't buy anything anyways with it.
Do you get RP in the TFT Battle Pass?
No. So RP is something you actually have to purchase with your own money. The only currency that you get in game is Blue Essence, and Blue Essence doesn't get you everything.
So it's basically like the legacy coins in Overwatch.
Yeah.
Or legacy credits.
Yep.
There's Blue Essence and there's Orange Essence. Which Orange Essence is
Orange
hard.
Essence is different.
Orange Essence is different. It's like really hard to get, and that's how like you like make it like your skin shards.
It's
and
how you can craft.
Skin.
Yeah, that's how you craft things.
It's like in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's like how you craft partial pieces of like a skin or of a champion and stuff like that. So it's really frustrating when you want the one thing, but you have to spend up to $20 or $30 on it, and it's not even worth that.
Yeah, I think in Overwatch you can buy most of the skins, not all of the skins on all the characters, which is really interesting. They unlocked most of the skins that you can buy, but like the victory poses and the emotes and stuff aren't all unlocked because people were complaining that like I can only get this winter skin if it's winter time or if it just shows up randomly in my shop.
Maybe we should start complaining about that because Riot also locks a lot of the skins after, especially if they're special event ones. So some of the skins I really want, like I can't get them any other time unless they bring back that specific skin line during that specific season.
I think it's fine because they unlock the entire skin line during that season. I mean, it happens with a lot of games. It's a seasonal cosmetic that happens with a lot of games. It's kind of common. I mean, you don't pick it up, you wait till next year. It's fine. It's not gonna disappear.
I mean,
Unless it
sometimes
does.
they do.
It usually
Yeah.
doesn't disappear though.
Usually they
I
do
mean,
bring
there's,
them back.
like, I mean, there's like the league skins in Overwatch where like, you know, they weren't sure if they were gonna unlock the Volt or not to like bring those back for Overwatch 2 and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't know. There's just also some skins that I think, like legacy skins in League, that I'm like, I understand the importance of it, but like they're not that good to begin with. The animations and like the general art of it, it's really not updated, and I don't understand why you have to lock them behind. Oh, you weren't here in time. Like that doesn't make sense.
That's
to
not behind a paywall though. It's just you rolled a legacy skin, you know, boom.
No, that's what it's just like you can't even have those available to you. You can't purchase them.
But you
even
can
if you
still
wanted to.
get them. It's just more.
It's a gotcha system.
Kinda.
It's a gotcha system because you have to roll for them.
If you're like, I mean, if you're rolling for a legacy skin, that's kind of on you. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know anything about League, so this is all you
Legacy
guys.
skins are not. They're like the cheapest skins that usually you can get, and they're also really like not that great.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why they have to be.
Because they're just
not
really old
purchasable.
skins, basically. They're more like when the game first came out around that time.
Yeah, but I don't understand why they're not purchasable.
Yeah, I mean, you would. That's kind of like just like the regular like legendaries and regular epics in Overwatch, where like you can buy like the base game, where they like release them, but since they're old and they're like the first couple ones, like you can pretty much buy them straight when you want to. So like if you do want to have a legendary skin, you don't have to. But again, like I said, Overwatch rolled back and we're like, yeah, no, maybe we should unlock these for people to actually buy. Since people are
That's kind of what
playing.
I like. Even if you maybe you don't want to spend a ton of money on a new skin, but you want to have a skin.
Yeah.
And if you just want like a cheap or like a cheap legacy skin, like I don't see why they shouldn't be purchasable.
Yeah, Overwatch at least does that, but there's still a lot of other problems.
Yeah.
A lot of problems.
I miss loot boxes in Overwatch.
Me too.
Like I paid $20 for the game. I mean, loot boxes kind of made sense, you know. And
I
now,
mean, like you would still have to spend money, but it was, and of course it was gotcha. But
Yeah.
like you would at least, like if you got a repeat, you would at least get coins to then you can purchase the
and you
skins.
could save up
Yeah.
coins to buy
Yeah.
the seasonal skins when they come back, and then
Yeah.
you can do all that over and over again.
And and then like, I don't know. Do you guys get like shards or anything if you roll the same skin or something? No.
When you roll the skins,
Well, you kinda-
when you roll
there
skins, you
are
unlock a
technically-
permanent, so you don't have to use orange dust to actually unlock the skin. It's just you can unlock it
But
instantly.
if you have a copy of the skin, you just unlock shards of the skins, and even if you do have that skin or not, you just can't upgrade it to a permanent. And then you can just re-roll whatever skin shards you have.
So you can wear a skin for like a couple
into
days.
a permanent. No.
No.
What?
You so the skin shards are basically like these little tiles in your inventory that you can't use. They're just partials.
Yeah, it's like
And so then all you either can upgrade them to a permanent so that you can have them forever, or you can re-roll your skin shards that you don't want into a permanent, but that's a random permanent.
So like you can still wear the skin even if you have like one shard.
If you have one
Yes.
shard of the skin, if you have enough orange essence, you can upgrade that
It's like crafting it
to
to a
unlock the
permanent.
skin permanently.
Okay.
You can also unlock them temporarily, which I don't know why that's an option, but
Is that even an option anymore? I swear
I don't
that's
know
not
if
an
it's not an
anymore.
option. I just remember that used to be an option, and it was terrible.
I think that was
That
for
seems really complicated.
I think that was
It
for
was
champions.
It was no. It was for skins. I remember because my friend had the Storm Dragon Lee Sin skin, and he meant to go unlock it permanently, and only unlocked it for 5 days.
Oh.
And he was really depressed.
Yeah, that seems really complicated, and I feel like if you get a skin, you should just have it.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be anything.
Yeah,
there
I
shouldn't
mean-
be anything else to it.
I mean, I kind of like the rerolling system, but also I would only really want to reroll the skins that I either don't have a champion for
Mhm.
or I already have. So I would get like, oh, you don't have this champion, that's
Mhm.
okay. Like just put it in your inventory. But
You
if I
don't-
have the champion, I just want
Yeah,
to have it.
and I get that for a game that I played that I had like Apex Legends was that way where I didn't have some of the heroes, some of the legends, and I would get skins for them in certain boxes, and I'm just like, I don't have that person, and I'm not going to unlock that person. Like I'm never going to use
Yeah.
that person. But now I have one of their skins, and I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
I think a reroll system for that would have been pretty
Yeah.
cool. I'm like, I don't have this. Can I get a different one?
Yeah, that and like I don't know. There's so many skins that I have. I'm just like I will never
Yeah,
play this
I'm like, I'm
person.
not gonna use you. Why
And
are you
it makes
here?
me really sad. But like, I mean, there's nothing I can. I mean, I own the champion, and that's why I have the skin. So I
Mhm.
can't complain
Yeah.
too much.
I'm
but
really curious to see how Overwatch is going to continue because they're going to continue adding characters every 2 seasons. And so
Really?
it's every 2 seasons they're going to add a new character is what they've said.
That's a long time in between adding characters, though. Isn't like
well,
a
it's I
season,
mean like
2
Overwatch.
months, or
Oh, it's the season is like 2 to 3 months, I would say.
2-3
But
months?
it's also like they have to to balance the character really well with all the other characters, and Overwatch balancing is already really bad.
Yeah.
So it's like I think they just want more time. And honestly, like I'd rather have a like Lifeweaver when he was released. He wasn't good. Like they just rebalanced him in this current season, because he was released last season. But it at least gave them a little bit more time, and it gave like the developers more time to actually balance him out and figure out what he needed to be done balanced. And like they are constantly rebalancing out the characters because they keep adding new characters, so they having like it's a mess.
It's like having to change the interaction between each character so it's not broken.
Overwatch 2 was just such a disappointment because
Yep.
you had like the trailers for it, and it's like, oh, all these guys are gonna have like different abilities and stuff, and it's definitely gonna change anything. And then pops out, it's like, oh, this is just a reskin with 2 extra champions that took like 4 years.
Pretty much.
It's like I thought you would at least have more than just like these extra champions. Like at least have like I don't know, a fair amount. I mean, it doesn't
or
change
have
much.
the PvE actually done.
Put it into something that people actually expected.
It's
and
like, this
wanted.
is so cool.
And now you have to pay $15 to unlock the PvE if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Unless
And you've already bought the game.
You already bought the game.
So you gotta
well,
buy more.
Actually, well, Overwatch 2 is free. I bought the game when I had Overwatch
But then
1.
if you've bought Overwatch 1, I feel like you should get the PvE for free.
No, they only gave out like 2 skins, I think, for having the game.
But like, it just makes sense to me
It
that if
makes
you
sense.
pay the $20,
It makes sense. I mean, it was like $60 to
Oh
buy
my
Overwatch.
gosh, I
It was
didn't know
it
that.
was like
Yeah.
$60 to buy Overwatch.
I got it for free.
I paid $20.
Yeah, 'cause well, I got Overwatch 1 for free. I don't know.
And maybe you had
How?
credits or something, or maybe it
Yeah.
was,
I don't know how you did that.
But I got it for free, and so now I have like skins unlocked somehow.
Okay.
I got like the legendary version for like $20. I mean, technically you paid. I mean, you get all those skins for quote unquote free in Overwatch 1. So technically, oh, I have an inventory worth like $500 now. But like,
Yeah. It's just.
You can keep going.
Okay, sorry. Well,
Just a little. I was gonna let you finish your. I was gonna let you finish your thought, and then I was gonna say we should get to a break. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but we're gonna get to a break. We got final segment of Big Red ESports coming up next on 93.7.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carpet. Professionals help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Usually, to get a skybox view of a Nebraska football game, you need to be a drone, a hawk, or a fighter jet. But sitting in an actual skybox is a lot more comfortable. So, enter the Nebraska Lottery's Lucky for Life ticket snap. Until July 10th, buy a Lucky for Life ticket and enter for a chance to win Nebraska football skybox season tickets or other great ticket prizes. Sure, fighter jets are cool, but there's no legroom.
Lucky for Life top prize odds 1 in 30 million.
Are you here for the job interview?
I just saw that ad that said, apply here for dream job.
What qualifications do you have?
What exactly would I be doing?
Well, this is a dream job. You would be daydreaming.
All day?
Start at 8 a.m. and spend the day dreaming about all the millions you could win playing Mega Millions from the Nebraska Lottery.
I'm good at that.
We want people with big imaginations, not just the usual yachts and exotic vacations.
Like a city built with bouncy houses or limo for dogs.
You're hired.
Mega Millions top prize odds 1 in 302 million.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
It's summertime at the Lincoln YMCA. With 3 outdoor pools, swim lessons, camps, youth sports, and child watch, there's never a dull moment for the kids. Take your wellness goals to new heights with the Y's vast array of cardio and strength training options, free group exercise classes, and the dedicated help of their specialists that will work with you to implement a plan customized to meet your needs. With 4 convenient locations, there's a YMCA near you. Let's make this the best summer yet. Visit ymcalincoln.org to join today. The YMCA for a better us.
This is Big Red ESports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yo.
Sick.
What's up, my esports buddies? We're back.
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Keep
Well, I am one of your co-hosts, and with my other co-hosts, we're all the co-hosts. It's a co-host family. Oh, I'm Colin. I'm Colin.
Just keep going, Colin.
I'm the outreach officer and Hearthstone game manager.
I am loving this. Keep it going.
I'm Lexi. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Zia. I'm the Nebraska Esports president as well as the League of Legends game manager, and we are joined here by.
I am Rico. I'm the real president.
He's
Yes,
Rico.
this is yeah. Actually, Rico ran for president, and no one remembers it. But
Nope, no one
he
remembers,
won,
but I am.
By the way, guys,
I am the president.
Sometimes
Sometimes I wonder. I'm just like, I should run for office for something.
I've considered it, and then I realized I can't.
And then I'm just like, I don't want all that
No,
responsibility.
that's valid. People tell me, oh, you should run for president. I'm like, I was not a natural born citizen.
Can't.
Literally, legally cannot. But yeah, this episode was kind of just a nostalgia blast from the past episode, which is honestly just kind of nice to kind of talk about.
Just a gamer
things
episode.
that we enjoy, and kind of
Sit
what we
back and
want to
chill.
see from our like. We kind of criticized recent games and also wanting to see a lot of older concepts come back, especially with Overwatch and the PvE. Sadly,
It's okay.
and we also
Pay
kind of
$50.
I'll get over it.
Yeah. Oh my, I'm so mad about that. Actually, I didn't know that you had to pay for it. That's so dumb.
Yep.
And we also kind of covered over just old games in general. Old games. I should
Yeah,
put in
old for us.
quotations. And then also just like what we wish to see in the industry nowadays. So I guess wrap up. What do we want to say here about our segment?
I
What do we want
think
to talk about?
more balancing when it comes to releasing games, because the industry has a tendency to overflood with one popular certain type of
Yeah.
game,
Mhm.
and then it just kind of like nothing else really gets released besides maybe like a single player, or
Yeah.
like when the battle royale flood happened. Yes,
Or like how Smite and Dota and League all happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like one of the main problems is like video game developers. They're more like they're very pushy with releasing games sooner because it's like, oh, we got to hop on this trend now, push.
Well, is that the game
I don't
developers
think
or
that's
is
the
that
devs.
the?
It's
or
the
is-
devs. It's the business. It's the business.
I was like, I
behind
think
it,
that's the
or-
company, not the devs.
The
The
company just like
devs-
slapping these guys in the face back and forth. They're trying to push out a battle royale. They were only given like 2 months to work
Make
on.
me money.
And then people are complaining that it's bad. It's like, of course it's bad. It was made in 2 months. I mean, it's gonna have its issues. It's gonna have problems.
That was
like,
what happened with Cyberpunk. Is like the devs wanted to wait and like actually fix everything, but the company said no and pushed it out early. And
was it?
There's too many bugs.
They need to
Right.
stop. They need to stop putting out release dates and making promises and things like
Yeah.
that, because then you're putting out, and we've had that in the last year or two, is a bunch of these notes from these companies saying like, hey, we're really sorry, we know we promised you a game this month, but it's going to be 4 months down the line, really sorry
Or, like,
about
a whole
that.
other year,
Yeah,
too.
or it's going to be next year that we're going to release it. It's like, just don't give us a release date, just tell us like, hey, we're working on it, it'll get done when it gets done.
You can like release little tidbits and like
Yeah.
things here and there
Like,
just to
I'm
make
fine
it
with it.
excited. We don't.
As long as you keep
wanna
updating me on like, let me know not how far along you are, but just like, hey, we're making progress.
Yeah, and this is where like marketing and all the other parts
Mhm.
of the esports industry or just game development industry come in together, because the developers, like I don't know how many times I've seen developers on Twitter just be like, we did not want to release it at this date, but we had no choice because that's what the bosses higher ups wanted.
Yeah.
And then I just feel bad for the game devs because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not what they wanted. Like No Man's Sky, I remember that, but at least they like went
Got
back
that
and
on the
fixed
release
it.
date, and that broke my heart.
Well, at least they went back and fixed it. Like they're fixing it. They continue to update it. Same with Cyberpunk. Like they're fixing some stuff. They're adding new stuff again, which is great. They just released it like a couple days ago or like last week or something that they're releasing the. It was in the anime. Okay.
No.
Never mind. Well. Anyways,
I didn't watch the anime.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
It's actually
Scandal.
really good.
No,
It's
I've
really
heard.
good. It's
I've
really
heard.
good.
My roommates watched it. I just had to walk out because they were in the middle of it, and I didn't want to
spoil anything.
myself.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, it makes
super
sense.
good. You should watch it.
Yeah. Okay, we have a list.
Yes.
We have a list of things we need to watch.
Yeah.
But
But it's just really hard because you don't know. I don't know. There's no such thing as like a fully finished game. A finished product is
Nowadays,
almost
yeah.
impossible with the amount of things stupid people do.
I guess,
You know.
Well, yeah, I guess you could hypothetically say that more single player games like The Last of Us can technically be fully finished. Although there's always going to be patches. There's always going to be patches to patch glitches.
Yeah.
But like more single player games can say that they're fully done than multiplayer games. I
A
feel
lot
like.
of multiplayer games nowadays are like live update
Yeah.
games.
You
where
have to. I
It's
mean.
a different patch every
Yeah.
single month,
Yeah.
even, and it's just because you want to change the state of the game. So I mean, I totally get it, but it is really frustrating when game companies release something that's not finished because we want to just enjoy a game. We don't want to be frustrated. Like I know when I was watching my friend play God of War, he ran into a huge issue with having some cutscenes wouldn't trigger randomly, or you couldn't move, or you couldn't interact with things. Things were frozen, all sorts of different buggy things, and that was really sad to see because it ruined your immersion into the game.
Things would get in the way, and all of a sudden you can't go
Yeah.
through somewhere.
Yeah.
You would kill something, and it would just be floating there,
Yeah, just stand
and
there
you can't
T-posing.
walk through it, and you're like, well, now I'm stuck here.
I mean,
then
sometimes you could have really fun with game bugs.
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
But
Oh,
that's if like it's
Cyberpunk?
not like it's like a giant triple. If it's more of just like a smaller game and it just has like the stupidest bugs, I feel like that is probably some of the greatest experience you can have.
So we're gonna wrap up here pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
be done for the
Just
week.
wrapping it up, crimson in the
Um,
web. You feel?
And we'll catch you here next week on Big
Yeah, we'll
Red
catch you.
Esports.
Hopefully, we'll have some other.
Hopefully,
other
the rest of our
voices.
hosts will be here.
Or I'll just hop on again.
Yeah,
It's all
we
good.
love having
It's
Rico.
nice.
Honestly, we
Maybe
should-
even if he does show up, I'll just take the mic.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you think he's probably not listening right now? Maybe if he this is
Come
gonna
on,
be this is
if you're
gonna be the
listening.
test. This is gonna be the test. If he's listening to the podcast, he'll know that he needs to hold on to his mic. Because if he doesn't, as soon as the show starts, I'm gonna take the mic.
Okay.
No one's stopping you
I'm
from
okay
joining,
with this.
Rico.
Oh
You
no,
got
I
it.
know. Well, we only have 4 mics, so there is somebody stopping me.
There is a limitation, but yeah, we had a lot of fun this time. It was a little bit more of a chill show, but hopefully we'll have a little bit more news next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you guys. Woo!